This is today's live on Equa Television International. It's Monday. Let's talk about work. Are you a go-getter or an avaricious? Join the discussion. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Equa Television International. My name is Joyce Jakada. Engineer Tony J. Nakali is here. Good morning.
How are you, Joyce?
Fine, thank you.
I'm happy to be here as always.
Yeah, as always. Prudence Brugger seated. Good morning.
Right next to me, say it.
Right next to Engineer Tony J. Nakali. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, Sambo Solomon, hi. Sitting next to me.
On Christ the solid rock he stands.
Of course. I hope later you will not deny me and leave me alone.
No. We are always together.
Okay.
Got your back.
Good to have you. So
Don't worry about the
Happy to be here.
segregation. Don't worry about the segregation.
we are all here to talk about work.
Prudence, don't worry about the segregation.
We are all here. Let's talk about work. Go-getter or avaricious?
Avaricious.
But
But
about the money.
you know what? I said that like a joke. But you is who everybody is, right? But some people are that wrongly. Some of us are that the positive way. Why? Because we put work in front. It made us directly or indirectly that. Do you understand? But it's wrong if that is who you are for a living. You'll never make it.
Are you an avaricious? You will never
And
make it.
yes,
if you
and
put
I
up
think
that.
it sounds like an uncommon word to people. And being somebody that is described as an avaricious is someone who works to make money strictly. Like you are all bent. There is nothing about your life outside of making money. Well, if you check to tell the truth, if you check it well, that is how everybody is. But people are not all out to make it that way. I don't know if the explanation is caught me in there. But you see, there are people who are all about work. Today or yesterday, Dangote is dedicating his that Dangote Kwade would have been dedicating that. So you see, we are commissioning. Yes, we are commissioning a refinery that belongs to Dangote in Nigeria today. Do you know how much he's going to make from that? You can't say he's avaricious, but definitely he has done what avaricious people did not do, and they will never become rich. But he did something differently, and that is what they are working towards. They will never make it, but he has made it. You can never want to be avaricious, or you cannot be avaricious and make it. The words are not coming. And make it. You see, there are other people that is work above and over everything. Is work above and over everything. One day, you see that these people, all the things that you are even looking for, when you have the money, you find out that you have been chasing wrong things. They have been chasing wrong things.
No wonder King Solomon said vanity.
Yes,
after acquiring everything.
Yes. So people are watching this show, they are like, man, I don't care about what these guys are saying. Leave me to be as avaricious as I want to be. But we are saying that work should be kept in front. You cannot want to be. Okay, look at somebody who hears that, in Nigeria, whenever we hear that there is money in something, you leave what is giving you money to join that thing that they said there's money in, even if you don't have the knowledge about that thing, right? Look at this scenario now. Everybody is living what he's disciplined in just to make more money. Everybody just wants to make more money. So you leave the medicine practice to go into selling of tantalite. Do you know tantalite? It was something that reigned one time in Nigeria. Every young person wanted to go and get tantalite and sell it. Young men were driving big cars and all of that. And some people, it was not a business. So you see what happens now when fish farming came to Nigeria. People left what they were doing to go into fish farming because they heard there is a lot of money in it. So they don't care about the practice as much as they care about the money they should make from fish farming. Now, when you care about the practice, it will become work for you. You know how to take care of the fishes. You know how to clean their ponds. You know how to give them the right medications, even without going to school to learn it. But if it's business, you are all about the money, you will lose it. But if it's profession, you are all about the life of a fish farmer. They are two different things. So that's why people that are avaricious in nature, they even spend, let me not say spend, they waste everything they have. At the end, it turns out to be a loss, a great loss. So I'd rather be a worker than to be avaricious.
Well, for me, go-getter. And this is my reason. A go-getter is someone that is energetic and strive to succeed. Now, when you want to succeed, then you want to know the means. You want to learn the process. You are determined about the process that will get you there. It's not just about let me just make the money. I've seen a lot of people that their business crumbled. I've seen people that their life saving just went down because they are so avaricious. You just have 10,000 and somebody just say, oh, there's this business where you put in 10,000, you get 100, and then immediately you're not thinking, what will they do with my 10,000 that in 24 hours I will get 100 million?
If it was easy, they will carry the 1 million that they have made to make 1 billion.
They won't even have time to even start chatting you and all of that. So when you talk about avaricious, it's extreme greed. Like greed. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's just greed that will make you want 100 million or 100,000 from 10,000. What are you thinking of? Like, if that is how things work in 24 hours.
Nobody would have been poor in this life.
Nobody. In fact, nobody works. So, avaricious, in case you're just, what's that? Extreme greed in getting money or material possession and all of that. But when I was introducing the show, I was saying, oh, today it's Monday. And, people don't like it when it's Monday mostly. Like,
I wonder why.
I saw a video of someone that, oh, it's Monday and you have to go to the office. So he was being dragged. Like, he doesn't want to go. Why is it just Monday like that? So, but you have to go to the office. While we're talking about work, as you dress up and as you step out to go to work, is it about you succeeding or is it about you making the money? Are you thinking about the means and the process, or you just want to acquire by all means? So I think, like I said earlier on, I'm determined. I can put all my energy to the process, becoming better, learning, and then impacting. And I'm certain that as I put effort in the process, I will definitely succeed. And when I succeed, the money, the material thing, whatever material possession that I want will be at my disposal. Recently, we watched, there was an interview of Dangote. Now, because we're talking about money, his name has been entered. And he was like, people, oh, you're rich. And he said, yes, a lot of people say that to him, but it's not like he has some physical money or what.
So it was unbelievable.
So everybody's saying you are the richest, you are this, you are that. And he decided, oh, let me just go to the bank, withdraw. Is it $10 million?
$10 million.
And then he just withdrew that money, put in his boot, and he drove back home. As soon as he got home, he decided to open the boot and he said, wow, I'm rich.
Now I'm truly rich. He said, I'm truly rich.
So,
and the next day, he took the money back to the bank.
Deposited it back. So this is someone, as far as I'm concerned, that is not just thinking about the cash alone, like the money, but in becoming a solution. What are the needs? How can I become a solution? So when you keep greed, when you keep that extreme greed, the desire to just get the money aside, then you will work towards becoming better. And when you work towards becoming better, then you take advantage of every opportunity that is before you to grow on the job or on your work or on your skill, whatever it is that you find yourself doing. You'll be thinking about growth. And as you think about growth, the money will come. Whatever you wish to have will definitely fall in place. And that's why I said, for me, go-getter, not avaricious.
Some people, mix it without knowing, because someone will tell you that he's a go-getter, and then he's walking, and then you see those signs of someone being avaricious, showing more than those ingredients that show that person is a go-getter. In a process whereby you damn everything that make the process, and then your mind is after the result, what you will get, that is money. It becomes an issue, because even in that process, that's when you will see somebody, in where he's working, his mind is not to the nitty-gritty of what he's doing. His mind is, yes, I'm here, I'm doing, but the mind is after what he will get concerning what he's doing. And then you find out that part is more visible, is the one that is dragging, is the one that is pushing. Because in a situation whereby you disregard anything and then you just want to get everything to yourself, I think it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. That's when you will see, people doing in things that they don't care about how some people feel. They don't care. It's about themselves. They are just self-centered. It's about themselves. Whatever they are doing, they don't care to match you, to outsmart you. That is even at work, that they are saying they are doing it because they are go-getters. You understand? So they mess almost everything, but they are just thinking of themselves. But they are in the right place. They are in the right place. But you see, go-getter is a situation whereby, you follow the due process to become what you want to become. For instance, Dangote, because his name
for the third time what's happening? My name. What's happening to my name? Are we not rich? Are we not equally rich? Well, are we not also rich?
We are rich. Okay. We are rich because we are serving.
That's not the kind of riches we are talking about.
I serve a very big God.
So you see, Adin Bin, he didn't follow the due process of him becoming the richest. That today people are saying you are rich, you are the richest in Africa, you are this, you are that, this is your net worth, and so on and so forth. One time they said he hogged on the street. He did Uber because he was targeting when he was schooling. He was targeting. There's something that he was seeing. Look at what these people are doing. They are you talked about solution. They are creating solution. They are solving issues, in the society, and then doing that is making them wealthy, while their name is being flying left, right, and center. People tagging them to be the richest, to be this and that. But I feel it is important for us to know, the moment you put extreme greed in whatever you're doing, you miss it. I
think the extreme should not even be there. Greed is great for me. But what I wanted to say is that a number of times when somebody is avaricious is that you're not thinking of any other thing or how you take risk as an avaricious person. But the thing about taking risk as an avaricious person is that you're taking risk that is not necessary. You're taking unnecessary risks. And when you take those unnecessary risks, you have a high tendency of crash landing. But for a go-getter, he takes all the necessary risks, because everybody kept on talking about Dangote, but Dangote would not be where he is now if he had not taken certain risks. And that's what a go-getter's mindset is. You're ready to take the right risks. You know that this is what I'm supposed to do, this is how I'm supposed to do it. Yes, it might not end up, there might be failures and there might be successes, but then at the end of the day, I know that whatever happens, this is my focus and I'm going to reach towards it. So as a go-getter, regardless what risk comes your way, or regardless what the risk is, you want to just do it because that's what you're supposed to do. But as an avaricious person, the only thing that you're thinking of is that if this person is rich, then I have to be richer than him. That's one. Secondly, if this person has this, he shouldn't have it, I should be the one having it. There's one thing about an avaricious person is like, you're very selfish. You don't even think about what somebody else around you is facing, or what contributions you might bring to the people around you will be. You're just thinking about you. The pronouns are me, myself, and I. There's no others. But as a go-getter, you know that you want to leave impact. You want to have results. You want to see the result at the end of the day. That's what a go-getter does. An avaricious person is just all about, let me see the money. I'm just very greedy.
What would be our definition of greed on this show?
Greed.
Well,
What?
when we talk about greed in this context, like, you damn the process.
You disregard.
You disregard the
Well
process. It's just you, like, satisfying your desire, selfish desires.
What is wrong if I crave for something for myself and I get it? What's wrong with that?
As long as it does not conflict with others, or it does not lead you to stepping on others' toes.
Explain further.
Okay. Whatever you crave for, if it is the right thing you're craving for,
What is the right thing to crave for? What's the wrong thing to crave for?
I think it's wrong. I hope. I'm beginning to think I'm in an interview.
No, we are just having a healthy conversation on the show, right? Because people have different levels of intellect, right? People are at different stages of intellect, and certain people will want you to spill the beans. I mean, explain it, go a little further in explaining it. And I want the antecedent to be set for people to know if we are talking greed, or we are talking go-getter, or what are the ways that I can stop being avaricious to become a go-getter, you know, or what have I been doing as a go-getter that is swaying into becoming avaricious. So that's why I asked that question, so that we can have that fact established for people to know, oh, so I've been greedy, oh, so I've been avaricious, oh, so I've been a go-getter without even knowing. So that's why I asked the question.
Okay.
So back to your answers that I wasn't really getting right.
Okay, let me just take for example. I think we easily relate to examples. Like, I would say you're an avaricious person if you work as a team, and then at the end of the day there is a reward for each team member, but you decided that because your own eye is on the money, for example, you step on everybody's toe, or any other person that is trying to be part of the team to work to put things together, you push them away just so that you can accumulate the wealth to yourself. You're an avaricious person. When you don't give opportunity for others to partake or to learn, knowing well that there is a reward, you're an avaricious person. Now, a go-getter knows that, see, at the end of the day, is results we are looking out for. So, can we bring every team member? Can we show them that this is, even if they are not well familiar with the job? Of course, for you to be part of the team, you should be familiar with it. So, you put them through the process. Like, see, we should have a good result. We should be able to make impact. And you put every human resources together. At the end of the day, when reward come, everybody share in it. I think you are a go-getter. That beyond the money, you're thinking of result.
We chose Mondays on the show to talk about work, and every Monday we talk about work, and that's the reason why we're bringing the topic go-getter or being avaricious in nature. See, and I think that if we establish what being avaricious is, we should hammer more on what people should do. Be a go-getter. Who is a go-getter? A go-getter is somebody that stops at nothing till what he wants is achieved. And it extends. It's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily stop at work. You know? Work is a part of life. And then if we're talking about anybody that does not have what to do, is not considered as an important personality in a community. That's why they skip you when it comes to meetings. They skip you when it comes to serious decision making in the neighborhood, even in the office where you work and all that. And sometimes people just involve you just because you are there. And God forbid we get to that part where in a community we only get involved because we live there. But they call other people for meetings. From the distance you are coming, they're already arranging a seat. Or they even tell somebody, please, just give him this seat, then find somewhere else to sit. There are go-getters. See, go-getting is a nature you should put on, like the clothes that you wear. You cannot be at a certain level in life and be comfortable. Several people tell you we don't have anything to do. It's not true. That's why we're home. I was talking with a bank manager one time, and I heard that a lady from a very influential family came and said, "Can I have access to this loan?" She said, "No. I've visited your house." She wasn't telling the lady, but she said, "I've visited your house several times. Since you served," she was telling herself, "I always see you on the couch. You're watching TV, eating snacks, sending people to get you this, get you that. Now you came for a loan with a very brilliant proposal." But it doesn't stop there. Being avaricious can make you write the best proposal ever. Why? Because your ego must be massaged. So she said no. Today she said she's not giving that loan. The girl's father came. No. So she said to the father, "Since you are influential, why don't you borrow her from your own money?" And the father said, "Because she's my daughter, she may not want to pay." And the woman said, "Because your daughter does not look like someone who's up and about, I don't want to give her the loan." You see, people know you. That lady has been going to the house not to check on the character of the girl. She goes there to discuss business with the father. But she saw it, she couldn't resist it. So a bad character cannot be hidden for long. It cannot be hidden for long. Today we have so many people that are not productive in almost everything they do. Not because they don't know the skills. Not because they are not good at what they do. But it is because of their character. And this takes us to two things that came to my mind when I got the message about the topic for the show today. People can do this. People can do that. What and who are all questions. But one is more important. I was thinking to myself, so one is more important. I can do this. I have done this. I can arrange this. I can see, these are just abilities that anybody can have. But the big question is, who are you? Because it's who you are that gives rise to you being an excellent person or a dumb person in life. And think about it. Both of them, the benefits comes to you. They don't go to people. If you are an excellent person, the Bible talks about you reaping the harvest of your labor. And the Bible did not say, no, the harvest of your labor is this or is this. No, it says whether good or bad. So if you invest good, you reap good. If you invest bad, you reap. And it's a principle that you cannot do without. You can't even live without. Think about it, sir. A lot of people that are being paid today from jobs that they do you know that it was somebody's decision to be excellent that gave him the proceeds, the yields, the harvest from what he put in, that he's bringing somebody now to work under him so that from all he has made, that person can be paid. You just think about that. Someone is thinking, tomorrow is work. I need to be punctual. I need to do this. I need to be at work. I need to dress well. These are all things that you can do. They are not who you are. Who you are makes you think of your responsibility. What you do, makes you think of your responsibility. But who you are makes you think extra. Extra, sir. Extra. Can you count the number of businessmen we have in Africa? You can't count that. Statistically, I don't think that thing is even recorded accurately. No, it's not. But why is Dangote the richest? Who he is, not what he does. A lot of people do business too. You and I might have tried business, or some of us might even be in business now. Why are we not as he is? We might be working towards it, but at the level that you are right now has to do with who you are, not what you do. Because you do the same thing as him. Business. But who you are is what matters, sir. Who you are tells you, see, I have been doing this thing for 10 years. I have not made a remarkable interest from it. I haven't made a remarkable yield out of this. I'm doing it right. I wake up every morning. I do this right. I do that right. Why is it not working? It's who you are. It's not what you do. It's who you are that should insist on your nature, not what you do. What you do does not insist on your nature, it insists on what you do. Because in the absence of that business that you do, what is left of you? Nothing, sir. Unfortunately, I'm sure you didn't think of it that way. But you see, if it's who you are over what you do, when the business is gone,
it's still who you are.
The place where the business came from is still alive. Haven't you seen people today who say they have closed down our company, our own is finished? Why? Because what you do is what you always think about. You have not built yourself. You are not anybody. You are always about what you do. But you have not built yourself. You have built the business. You have not built yourself. So when it crashes, there's nothing left. Both are important. But you see this who you are, sir. You see this who you are? Who you are makes you cut out bad people in your life. It makes you cut out bad energy at work. It makes you cut out relationships you shouldn't be having. That's who you are, sir. But what you do will get everybody in your life, and you can't take them out. So it's important, if you are a go-getter, if you want to be a go-getter, if you are a go-getter, it's not about what you do, sir. It's about who you are. Who do I want to be? Believe me, Dangote has somebody he's looking up to. Believe me, the person he's looking up to has someone he's looking up to. Everybody has people they are looking up to. They are not looking up to their business. No. Haven't you seen people who die and nothing is said about the business that was trending? Even in Jos, in Plateau here where we are, we had gas stations. Talk about Pasali oil in those days. Talk about Tayen in those days. Talk about all of these filling stations. When the owners died, the business died alongside them. Now what you see is signboards of the same business, but the businesses have really, really gone. But all you see is signposts. And I want everybody to look at ministries. Look at ministries. When a general overseer dies, he goes along with the chunkiest part of it. They start losing relevance. I mean, their presence still be there, but they start losing relevance. People don't patronize as much as they did. Why? Because the vision bearer is not there. No company has a vision on its own. People write them. People write them. And it becomes a trademark or part of the trademark of the company. And then people must make sure that is being sustained. If not, the existence or the reason why the company exists is dragged to the mud. The company will stop being productive. It's not, you can't just come to a workplace and believe, wow, we just acquired a very wonderful vehicle for staff. Wow, all you do is think about what you see and act based on it. No, sir. Always go back to why we exist. Always go back to why I even applied to work in this pharmacy. Why did I apply to work in this hospital? Do you know what they stand for? There are hospitals you go to, they don't touch anything if it's not bones. Purpose. Some you go to, they say we are ENT. Ear, nose, and throat. Purpose. Some, they are good with women. Purpose. You go to a mechanic workshop, except for greedy people now. Someone tells you, I am a Mercedes expert. Someone tells you, no, I do Peugeot only. But you go to another workshop specialized in Japanese, Toyota, Mercedes, Peugeot. Why would you just say all cars or all products or all manufacturers? We can deal with anything that has been manufactured. Sir, it's good to have a very, very wonderful and positive purpose embedded within you. That is what makes you a go-getter. It's not the economy of the country that should make you double your hustle. No, sir. Well, that means if the economy is stable, you go back to being easy. No. No. It's not. I'm expecting a second child. I need to work harder. No, sir. All these things are wrong. They are what you do. But who you are makes you think I should have what I can feed 20 people with. Even though I'm not going to be a family of 20. But let me have that. Before my children are born, I have what it takes to take care of their education. That's who you are, sir. Who you are thinks that way. What you are, when it comes, we'll deal with it. And then you start even begging people for school fees, begging people for rent, begging people for this, begging people for that. And you will keep living up that way because you have refused to change. So what you do is different from who you are. And who you are plays a vital role in your life as a person. Because if that company you work with tomorrow, if it closes down, who you are remains. And who you are can get you another job. With who you are is, who you are will provide. But what you do is gone with that company. With these few words of mine, I hope Joyce is more enlightened.
Very enlightened.
That Gombe people are more educated than.
Amazing. You know what? When I was listening to you, one thing that strikes me is the fact that you need to get to the point of knowing who you are. You can't be a go-getter without knowing, identifying purpose, like knowing who you are. And that is why even if the business fails, you still remain, and then you find another way of like moving on. Now, even if the relationship does not work, like it doesn't change or stop you from being you. So for you to be a go-getter, for you to succeed, you must be determined. You must be energetic. That even in times of difficulties, when things are smooth or when things are difficult, situations will not determine or deter you from succeeding. You know, there are times that I know who I am. This is my purpose. I'm heading for it. And then some stumbling block. It might come as in forms of your colleagues, your friends, family members trying to stop you from heading or achieving your goal. And at some point you say, well, since they are all against me, I stop here. You can't be a goal-getter and allow circumstances, situations, people around to stop you. Once you get to the point of identifying who you are and where you are headed, then you, by all means, you look at the goal, you look at the results, you work towards achieving it. That even while you're doing that, when somebody says, see the way you're carrying this job on your head, it doesn't move you. You go ahead with what you're doing. But you can't say, oh, because they said, see, you are just busybody, you are trying to, and then you just say, let me just cool down. Let me water down this effort down. No. That whatever people say, regardless, as far as his work, as far as his results you are looking out for, then you still move ahead. Let me tell you one thing about avaricious people. They don't have that feeling of satisfaction. Even if they get the money, they get whatever they put. Like there's no satisfaction. You can acquire everything, you can beat other people down just to get there. But at the end of the day, you lose your peace. That is why you see some people with the mansion, but they can't sleep inside. Some have the cars, they can't even drive it alone. So there's no satisfaction, there's no peace in being avaricious. Just work towards knowing who you are, identify purpose, live in accordance to that. There is fulfillment, whether things work or they don't work out. You know that you are headed somewhere, and that's why sometimes I say, don't you see people that, like, they won't tell you that I don't have money, but you see them happy. Like they are just happy. But look at yourself. You're always troubled. Why? You're always troubled. You're always thinking. You're always, what is your mind looking out for? What are you thinking? Is it about developing yourself? Is it about becoming better? Is it about building up? Is it about getting there, like succeeding? Or is just about what I will get as I step out today? Like, is either I get, they say either get rich or die trying. Like there's the way they put it. So you don't care about the process. You don't care about anything. It's just about the money. You lose your peace.
You said okay.
And you know they pursue
just brought something that
avaricious
everybody
people
wants to talk at the same time.
Avaricious people, they pursue everything they see. They are living a life without purpose because they pursue things they don't.
They say it's here, you run there.
They pursue even things that they don't need.
Yes.
You understand?
Wow.
Simply because I have a car that is taking care of everything that I need in the house, you know. But I'm seeing him driving a Jeep, and I feel my Honda, you understand, is not enough. And I get the Jeep. Possibly, maybe, I don't need the Jeep at that particular moment. But the process for me to get the Jeep, you know, the price of the Jeep. So that means you have to spend a lot of money, put it there, and you don't need it. So you are spending on things that you don't even need. So at the end of the day, you see them frustrated because they get frustrated at every given time. Because once you turn here, now I'm seeing him with a bigger car. Later, I'm seeing her with one rapper. Like their life is just like that. So you will just see them frustrated. Yes, they have the money. They have the money, but they are frustrated because they want to get everything.
That
and you know you
have gotten.
Sir?
Everything that people have gotten.
Yeah, everything that people have gotten. So people that are not supposed to be your competition, they are your competition. So at the particular point, you just see that they are just living a confused life.
You know what, Solo? You when I was talking, Joyce said she picked points from what I said, and then she explained. While she was talking, I also picked points that I need to explain, and then you have explained more than half of it. Yes, that the spirit is one. You have explained more than half of it. Joyce, you talked about people who are bothered about things they have business not being bothered about. The mind, one time I told Solo, I think we were traveling, I said the mind is a very terrible thing. I think it's the most terrible thing on earth. Because it's the mind that tells you what to do. My mind is doing like this, like this, like this, like rain will fall. How can your mind do like this and rain will fall? You see, I wanted to go to church, but my eye was just doing like this. You know, in our village, when your eye is doing like this, that means you shouldn't leave the house. But it's on church going that your eye will start blinking. See, Joyce, there are people that have characterized their nature after failure.
Wow.
They don't know. They will never know. Because what they do, as far as they are concerned, is the right thing. When you are bent on making something that is wrong right for you, you keep living in that wrong. You will realize, but at a later time, when realizing is even useless. See, you talked about people dragging you or telling you to do things this way or that way. That's what they do. That's why they want you to do what they do. What you do will influence greatly who you are if you are not careful.
That's true.
If you are not careful. Because
it's a thin line.
Yes, sir. And sometimes the difference may not be much. In fact, it is so little that it can almost go unnoticed.
It's true.
So you think that this is the lane where you are operating, when as a matter of fact, you are operating on the danger lane. People that are in between decision most times, that want to do what other people are doing, go and check their lives. It's either they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that is controlling them, or a husband or a wife that is telling them, if you don't do it this way, you and I will have problems. Or they will frown and not talk to you and all of that. It's important to know that this is my husband, this is my wife. If she wants this, I should be able to do it for her, not at the expense of anything. There are things that you are comfortable as a husband or wife to do. If you are not comfortable doing it, make it known. And don't allow yourself to be forced in doing it. Lest you go out of your way, please her, and God is not happy, and you are not happy as well. It's the same thing with work.
It's true.
It's the same thing with work. Certain times people think, most young people that I meet these days, honestly, they tell you they are tired of where they are working. I met one recently. I said, I'm happy for you, blah, 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 blah. I knew her since she was in the university. I'm happy for you, blah, blah, blah. This is a girl that her parents gave her 2 measures of corn, 2 measures of beans, 2 measures of everything from the house. And then they give her 15,000 to go to school. That 15,000 covers her rent, her feeding, and everything. Where can you get a 15,000 naira house? And recently, I lost touch for almost 6 years. We haven't spoken. My phone rang and I picked it. I said, who is it? He said, is this person? I said, wow, where have you been? Uncle T, you have forgotten me. No, where have you been? What are you doing? Uncle T, I called you because I'm looking for old contacts. I'm looking for work. I said, you have not been working. Dad, I'm working, no. I'm working at, she mentioned the name, a very highly place. I said, wow, that's a big place there, Uncle T. I close at 6 every day. I said, how much they pay you? She said 250. I said 250 what? She said 1,000 naira. I said, Uncle T, you don't understand. I live in Lugbe. I come to work in central area. Blah, blah, blah. Every day. I don't have a car. 250,000, single lady. She was complaining. Meanwhile, there are married men that are taking 10, 20, 30,000. Some of them open gates and close it. They have children in school. Some of them drive people. They insult them, passengers. They have children in school. That kind of job, you don't even know how much you will earn. Even the opening and the closing of the gate, you are not even sure the day that they will pay you. That's when they will pay you. The day stipulated for payment, you are not sure. She's earning 250. She said, Uncle T, I'm tired. That she would rather get 100,000 naira job. That she will go like 9 and close 2. I say, put this job and this offer on Facebook. In the next 10 minutes, you'll be jobless. And even if the owner of that company is aware, that organization is aware that you are ungrateful, he's kicking you out.
It's true. It's true.
I told you this on today's live one time. A lady had a good job, but because they told her at her job that visitors are not allowed here. I've said this, I think, on today's live. She brought her sister to make somebody's hair. It is the same organization that this lady is working. I refuse to tell her that story. It's the same organization. Sir, when people's mind is conditioned to say nonsense, certain times, who's pressuring that girl? Maybe a boyfriend or something or anything. I don't know. Do you still live with your parents? Uncle T, where will I go to? That means you don't pay rent. Sir, if I were in her shoe, 150,000 of that salary will go back to that family. I'm telling you, it will go back to the family. Sometimes we bring unnecessary stuff to our heads that we shouldn't bring. Things that would haunt every waking moment of our lives negatively. Sir, if I can't do this for my wife, she should understand. If my wife cannot do this for me, I should understand. If my organization where I work cannot do this for me, let me understand. It's a two-way thing.
It's true.
Some people will wake up, Joyce, and start advising you about your job. You are more paid than them. You are more educated than them. In fact, they are at a lower cadre. They may not even be in the same organization as you. In fact, you may not even be in the same town. I heard a comedian say it's only in Lagos that somebody who does not have a job is advising someone who has a job that your salary is too small. A comedian said that. I laughed the first time I heard that.
To say, some people don't even have the job, but they're advising you.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. He doesn't have a
Just
job,
keep
but he's
that.
advising you that your salary is too small.
How
But
can
you
they
know
be
what?
treating you that way and they be paying you
If
that
30,000 naira, all the time is flying out on us, right? If 30,000 naira is what you are earning, cut your life to 30,000 naira a month. You will be happy, sir. You will be very happy that you are affording. When you start looking at how others live, like you said, Solo, that is when you start inviting pressure to your life. Me, God forbid, how can I be living in Rukuba Road? God forbid. Let the people who live there. Where is Rayfield that I will go and be staying? God forbid.
30,000.
How can I live in Maraba? My mates are in Maitama. Go there now. Your mates that are in Maitama, ask them. Ask them. There are people in Abuja, they are afraid of house rent more than they are afraid of ISIS. When you are approaching the 7th, 8th month, I've been in that position. When you are approaching the 7th, 8th month of that 1 year, you start eating less. It's not like you don't have appetite. No, you start eating less. So you understand, sir. Live within your means. People will laugh. They are the ones that will be in trouble. But you are comfortable. You are paying for everything at ease. That's life, sir. But when you say, no, I can't live here, how are you going to manage to foot all these bills? Lastly, I saw something online It was very, very funny. Somebody bought a bottle. I don't know where he bought. Yes, he bought it. A bottle of Fanta. And he said, after I was paid and I've paid all my bills, this is what is left to enjoy. He drank the Fanta and busted into tears. Sir, in Plateau, where we are, there are houses of 2,000 naira every month. There are.
Yeah.
If that is what your job can afford, go there and stay. I'm telling you, go there and stay. And if you are not sure you can have a 150,000 naira job, don't give birth to many children. Don't say the Lord will provide. No, that's foolishness. You work hard, make money, then you get the children. If you want to 50, it's fine. Solomon had how many wives? 1,000. He could afford it. He was still rolling. Nobody came and said, rice has finished or something. No, nobody has said that to him. With these few words of mine.
Let's take the thoughts for the week.
All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty.
You must brace yourself for very trying and exciting times of having your dedication to work tested and proven.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Work as unto him.
And that was the thought for the week. And just as we've been saying from the beginning, avaricious people are prone to negativities. You're prone to failure. As an avaricious person, you're prone to negativity, you're prone to failure, and you're prone to have discouragements from every angle. But as a go-getter, you can be able to move past every form of barrier that comes your way, or every form of obstruction that comes your way. Well, I think that's about it on today's live today. And I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us here on set. We had a lot of interesting things, and we are promising you the same thing tomorrow. So please keep a date with us tomorrow. But for now, we say thank you for staying with us. Have a good day and a beautiful one at that. Bye.